What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Banks, CEO of We Are Jersey ENT, We Are Jersey Magazine, and We Are Jersey Diamonds. And I got here with me, the choreographer himself, the culinary choreographer, DeSean.
What's good? What's good? Yo, it's DeSean. My name is Justin DeSean Thomas, but you can call me Jay or DeSean. I'm here from Jersey, born and raised in Newark. Then I moved all over Jersey, so I'm from South Jersey to North Jersey, anywhere in Jersey. I am Jersey, so
Yeah,
we are Jersey.
We are Jersey. It was only right that we got him in. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to know my boy DeSean. Let's get to know my boy DeSean. Y'all seen him all over the place. He got a lot to tell us that he's doing. He's not gonna give us a little bit too much because he gotta keep it under. But there's a lot to talk about. So let's get to know Jay. So sit back and relax, my brother. Thank you for coming. We got Jersey Magazine.
Welcome, thank you.
He was nice and early. He's real punctual. So just know that
Be on time.
Always
Be on time.
So let's talk about this dancing journey, right? So you're a full-time choreographer.
Yeah.
Full-time choreographer. So that in and of itself is a big deal. So tell me about the journey of becoming a dancer from Justin's view and how you kind of got into it, knew it was a passion, and then now this full-blown, full-time choreography.
Okay. Where do I begin? So my aunt was babysitting me one day. My family, they come from North Irvington. My mom, she was a single mom, so she had to work a lot. And most of the time I spent with my grandmother or my aunts on either side of the family. And while I'm there, I usually just watch music videos because, you know, they're young in the 90s. They just want to watch TLC and Usher and Aaliyah,
Right.
Missy. So I would watch all those videos and just dance. Like my aunt told me the first dance I ever did was The Robot. We were watching the old Michael Jackson cartoon.
Okay.
And from there, I just started dancing. So any moment I had, I was dancing. I was about 3. And then it progressed from there. Like at 9, I started doing this dance program with this lady from my church because I was dancing in church. Yeah. Shout out to AOC, Agape, and Broadway. That's where I started. Then from there, at the church, they put me in a play. And we performed at NJ Pack. Right. And at 13, I was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to be on a big stage in front of like people. There was like at least 3,000 people there for that place. So I was like, I bet this is what I want to do. And then later on, during high school, like I started dancing in the studios. My friend Shayla, she brought me to her dance studio. From there, I gained like training. I've been trained in ballet, tap, jazz, modern, African, contemporary, like everything. Yeah. And she just helped me like develop my style, like going to those classes with her. And then later on, I met one of my close friends who's like my brother now in the family. His family introduced me to my mentor, Chuck Maldonado, who was also
That's a big deal.
He choreographed Stomp the Yard. Yeah. He choreographed Dance with the Stars. He definitely, and he's also from Jersey, so he definitely saw something in me and invited me out to LA, which is where I got my commercial training. So literally from 3 years old till now, I've just been like training and experiencing different levels of dance in and out of dance. I work in a school system. I was working in a school system in the Bronx, teaching kids for like 6 years straight. So everything is just dance related. All of that in between of working the starving artist life, where I was in the restaurant and then waiting tables and shit, bartending, making that extra money to pay for dance classes.
Absolutely.
And once I left that in 2016, I started dancing full time because I booked this job working with my artist Margie Bus.
Right.
And we were doing the Amber Rose Festival for Shawell.
Yeah.
After that, we did it like 4 years in a row.
Yeah, big shout out to Margie, man. She doing big things.
Literally big things. She's a plus size girl, so
doing big things.
She's definitely been that one person that's helped my dance career because I've met so many other professional dancers within her realm that helped me get to where I'm at. So like Chuck and Margie and all these other things, they just all contributed to my success as a professional dancer.
Now, getting into the professional dance aspect, like for the aspiring dancers and everything, how do you even find your plug? I want to say, like, how do you find your realm that you can actually say, all right, I'm going to take this and this is going to take me to like a full-time career? Or like how many chances did you have to take on other opportunities to finally find the one that fits you?
I think it comes with knowing yourself, and I always say, like, you know who you are as a person, you'll know who you are as a performer, and it'll read in your performance as an artist. I'm a person that's both masculine and feminine. Shout out to the LGBT girls. I came up in ballroom, so I've always gravitated towards that. But I've also learned I like that commercial, straight lines, masculine, strong, like Usher and Michael and Ciara or Janet, like that type of dance. So I had to find a balance between the two. At some point, I was obsessed with Beyonce. Every gay boy obsessed with Beyonce at some point. But that also dictated how I would be a performer, because the way she commands the stage and the creativity behind her sets and how she built the sets, those were all the things that I figured that I wanted to do. I just didn't know how to do it. So I think the most important thing is, after you figure out who you are, you have to place yourself in those environments to where you can explore those things about yourself. It's very important to be present and show yourself. Like, a lot of the times in the dance world, choreographers or teachers or people that are out there, they won't know who you are unless they see your face. And they see at least 1,000 to 2,000 faces a day if they're teaching or working on the set or something. So you just have to make your presence known by being present. And whatever you're presenting, it has to be like A1. You have to be like sure in that. Like, I've never wavered in the fact of I was able to balance both, because me being able to dance feminine, that will set me up for jobs like Lil Nas X, or dancing with Doja Cat, or dancing with Madonna or Janet. And then being able to dance masculine and stuff, I could be able to dance with like Omarion or Chris Brown or any other top hip hop artists that are like using dances and stuff. So I make sure that I'm putting myself in an environment where I'm exposed to these producers or these artists that are in that realm, whatever I'm trying to do in that moment. They just have to see you. Whatever it is that you do, like, do it fucking good.
Absolutely. Now, what is the self-care routine that goes into the dance aspect? Because obviously, your body is your skill set, it's your tools, it's your money maker in a sense. So now, like, what goes behind that? Because even it's a lot of pressure that dancers put on themselves, because you're always trying to develop, overdevelop and redevelop new things that you're like not taking from other dancers that have done it. You want to recreate it. So there's a lot that goes into it that takes a real strong mental toll on you, on top of the physical. So because all those things are going on about, what is your like routine for keeping yourself balanced?
Like you said, it's the mental. That's the main thing. And one of my mentors, Anthony, he's from Envy Dance Group. He got his company, Dance Mobile. And we talk about this all the time. Mental health is wealth. You can't do anything else without your mind being right. And because this industry is so image driven, there's a pressure to stay current. There's a pressure to stay relevant. It breaks you down when you see other dancers or your peers progressing before you, or certain things happening for them. So then you have to automatically feel like there's something that you're doing wrong. But as long as, again, you're sure in yourself and you develop yourself to be undeniable, I think your mental state will reflect that. And then you'll see it in your body. You'll see the glow in your skin. You'll see that your body is responding in a positive way to whatever it is that you're eating. Whatever you're eating is vital, because you can't be out here eating McDonald's and Chick-fil-A every week.
You can't be busting splits,
You can't be busting splits. I remember there was a point in time where I was like, alright, if I want to dance for like Beyonce, she used a lot of shirtless dancing sometimes. Like her first tour, the Beyonce experience, they were shirtless like 50 to 60% of the time. So I was like, alright, I gotta be ripped. I gotta be lit. And because we all know that sex sells and the industry, again, is very image driven, like I had to make sure my body was on point. So like, I can pig out, but I'm pig out eating my own food that I cook, or meal prepping, or I barely go to the gym, God forgive me, but like, because of so much dance, I make sure that I'm being active and I'm being full out. making sure I'm not ingesting anything that's gonna keep me out sick, where I can't teach, or keep me from performing or being able to attend rehearsal. Keep a good hydrating diet, like put some cucumbers, strawberries, lemon, agave, put that in some water, a little detox, because cucumbers and blueberries good for hydration. And I feel like a lot of dancers deprive themselves of those things because of they're always on the go, and being able to make time for yourself and showing up for yourself is most important. Being able to discipline yourself and knowing when to say no and knowing when to say yes to certain things, and making sure that you're intact, and making sure that everything that you have going on in here is stable, and the rest will follow as long as you let it do its thing, as long as you let the universe do its thing, and you're just disciplining yourself. That's the most important way to take care of yourself in this industry, because they're going to be on you about that.
And there's a humbling aspect behind this, because now you're also working with multi-talented dancers that have been all over, but then now you're starting to work with celebrities. So now, how do you yourself stay like I said, stay in the moment where it's I still got to get a job done? Like, I might be real fanning right now, or in the sense of I'm real I'm really excited right now, starstruck for 0.5 seconds.
It's like I don't get starstruck.
But how do you keep that humble aspect behind it? I still get the job done and just let my work speak for itself.
Understanding that there's a job that needs to be done, and for me, they come, but they don't come as often as others. So I try to keep in mind that it's not about me, it's about the job. Yes, I'm on this job, and yes, I'm contributing to it, but the most important factor is how am I being an asset? How am I contributing to the success of this project? So it keeps me level-headed to where I'm not there have been so many times where I've been on a job with somebody, or I've done things to where I'm like,
Right.
But I'm like, nah, that's not it. Even I had a friend of mine, he did the Coachella show with Beyonce, and they were under, there's moments where you can't do those things because
there's so much work going on.
There's so much work going on, and you're under NDA and all this other stuff. So sometimes you can't even have your phone, and you can't fangirl or fan out just because you're in this room with somebody. You have to know how to be in the room, and that comes with the humbling, knowing how to be in the room and knowing how to contribute to the room's energy. Energy is currency. So if you're coming in there hostile, cocky, arrogant, you know it all, then that will be your last rehearsal. They'll send you that check for the rehearsal, thank you, you don't have to come tomorrow. But if you're somebody that's able to take direction and willing to put yourself aside and think about the bigger picture when it comes to the project, that gives them a better incentive of keeping the job. A mentor of mine told me it's one thing to book the job, but it's another thing to keep it.
I like that. Yeah, that's good.
So
that's good.
That thing always sticks in the back of my head, I booked this job. This is something that I don't want to lose, so I just have to make sure I'm on top of my shit to make sure, I can still experience things like this, or I can be around more people of this caliber. I've been in rooms with people that I never thought I would be in rooms with. I was just it was just shit. And then it's even better when you're in the same room with that person multiple times. Jadakiss, he probably won't remember this.
Right.
And I don't care. This is the most fangirl thing that I will ever do, because Jadakiss is one of my favorite rappers. And the first time I met him, this kid I was going to high school with, he wanted to be an artist. His dad did a 16th birthday party for him, and he had Roxy there from 106 and Park, and Jadakiss was one of the performers. And next thing I know, I'm in the room smoking with Jadakiss.
Right.
On stage, and J Hood was there that day. So everybody was there. And then I ran into Jada again because an ex of mine, he was assisting Eve, and this is when they did the Rough Rider reunion tour.
Okay.
So she flew into New York, and he rehearsal, Jada comes in again. And I'm like, he's like, oh, what's up? And then now I have an artist, upcoming artist, Devin Angel, from the Bronx. He has a single called On My Body with Jada. And at the release party, we was in the same room. I was like, Jada, yo, I can't keep running into you. Like, like he's like, you know, he does the laugh, and then it's like being that experience alone is just like, you know, I knew how to be in the room with these people. It wasn't like, oh my God, like I be with Jada. No, I was in the room with him. We ain't friends. I'm not a rough rider, nothing, but like because of my energy and how I contributed to every moment that I've met him, it's been that ever since. It's been a rapport, and I still experience things like that with other people. I've been in the same room as Rihanna, I've been in the same room as Iman, like, you know, just mad different people that inspire me, that I'm able to be around because of the energy that I bring to the room. And that alone, again, is just very, very humbling.
It is all by itself. I'm humbled by it. Now, what would you say is the main goal for you now? Like now that you started to get to this caliber, and now that you started fulfilling your goal as becoming a full-time choreographer, like what's next? Because there's always like the next aspect. So it's like, all right, I accomplished this. I'm no longer doing like this. Like you said, the serving, the bartending. I'm full-time choreographing. I'm seeing what lane that I most likely enjoy. I'm seeing the exposure I'm getting from it. So like, what's the overall goal you would say from a dancer's view to getting to?
My overall goal is like, first I have to choreograph at least one tour. I gotta do like one big tour, and then I'm good. Like, just give me a cute little million, and I'm out. But no, the main goal for me is to bring all of the things that I'm good at together and create this environment to where you can express yourself freely, without judgment, and feel like you're appreciated and you can get your roses while you're here. I'm definitely trying to create a dynamic to where dancers are able to train without the pressure of being a commercial dancer. I'm not signed. I'm an independent dancer. I'm not signed with an agency. So everything I've done or gotten has been off of the fact of like me. Like basically based off of my pure intentions and who I am as a person. But I definitely want to be able to get those commercial jobs, more of those commercial jobs with representation, and just definitely want to show dancers that are coming up that with or without representation from an agency, this is how you create longevity for yourself. This is how you create a lane for yourself. So just being able to expose people that don't have those resources, that don't have the funding, the housing, the food, or anything that they need in order to succeed. Like, I've learned through things that I've gone through that like one hand really does wash the other, negatively and positively. So if you're going through something negative, it's gonna have a spiral effect on the next thing. Same thing with the positive. So I want to show people that, you know, if you're going through something, this is what you need to do in order to get out of that, and how you can get to where you need to, or this is the result of your actions. Type thing. So that's the main goal for me. It's just being able to create an environment and be an example, so they can see that, hey, it's possible for me to book. It's possible for me to get jobs or be in the same room as these artists and these creatives.
Absolutely. See, I heard it. Make sure you guys connect with DeSean so that y'all can get all these gems live and in action. You inspire dancers in Jersey.
And that's the thing. You guys can always, like, I'm low-key famous, you know, but I'm accessible. I'm not gonna be the type of like, why is this person doing it? I got time. No, like, I want people to be able to call me or DM me or text me, like, not call me, but like, you know, just DM me like, hey, I'm experiencing this in dance, and how did you get through this, and what is this that I can do to get to where you're at? And I want to be able to tell that to people because, again, I did it, so why not share that? My mentor did it for me. That's my job, is to pass it down to the right person and to give it right back. Full circle type thing. So DMs trying to slide and hey, yo, what's good? Like, I hate when people use dance as an excuse. Like, you do dance lesson? Like, no, I don't. I teach classes, $15.
Straight business.
Tuesdays, you know, you come to class, then, you know,
Absolutely.
it'll develop from there. But, you know, you should never be afraid to, like, you know, ask for help.
Absolutely.
Ask for advice. Closed mouths don't get fed. They really don't. And again, being present and making your presence known is what'll really get your foot in the door.
Absolutely. And now the last question I have, what is Jay DeSean working on next? A little snippet, because he can't give too much away because he just got so much going on. Y'all gonna have to follow him after we get that snippet.
Jay DeSean is currently working on developing a fashion show for Fashion Week. Partnering up with a fashion mentor of mine to develop a new collection for dancers and different artists. Just bringing all those artistic forms together. You know, I started my own catering service.
Yes, the culinary choreographer.
You already know, served by Jay DeSean. Follow me on Instagram. It's a multicultural comfort food, and I did it to create unique dining experiences and just having functions. Like, I grew up going to all the barbecues and the cookouts with families, and it's all the music. So I'm taking from those experiences and doing it myself. Usually for my classes in the city,
Absolutely.
I'll cater a whole meal because dancers don't eat.
Right.
And classes end at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So by the time you're done, all the good food is closed.
Right.
So I'm looking to develop a way of creating these functions for dancers and, you know, just feeding the people. I got a big network that I'm working with right now. Can't really say, but I got a plus and it's flash.
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Shout out to Boss Kid. Shout out to Jonah. What else am I working on? I'll be in LA for a few weeks working with my mentor. Just a lot going on with like classes and just developing this function that I'm about to put on in the fashion show in February.
Absolutely.
My birthday's in February too, so. And also I'm working with, I got into battling recently. And you know, from Jersey, you know, Jersey Club, we be in the party. Like just battling, so, you know, coming up in that culture, I feel like the commercial world and the battle scene, I want to bring that together.
Right.
So I'm looking for a way to develop those things, and I've been collaborating with like Browns of Flames. Shout out to TJ Rocka. Shout out to Sam I Am from the Hub. Bringing the Jersey, New York battle scene cultures together. The ballroom from voguing. Bringing all those cultures together. So that's in the works too. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting me in the battles as well. Because it's hard.
Yeah.
So just really training and getting all of these things that I want to do under one roof, and just creating this one big community and big, great experience for everybody, dancers, signed, unsigned, new, old, like just bringing all that shit together and like having one big ass function.
I love it.
Like next year is gonna be
Fire. That's fire. Like I said, Jersey, you heard it here first. When Jay DeSean in the building, tell them they can book you, follow you, everything.
All right. So if y'all want food, you gotta follow Served by Jay DeSean. Send me an email, send me a DM. If it's over 20 people, you pay. But I can always hook it up. But follow me on Instagram at Justin DeSean Official, JUSTINDESEAN Official. And my food page is at Served by Jay DeSean, SERVDJDSN. My emails are on there. You can always reach me. I'm not really on Facebook. I use Facebook, but you know, that's for family and shit. Also, the best way to reach me is like come to a class. Come to a class. I teach at Brick House in Times Square, right on 44th Street, every Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And then I'm in Jersey, in Broadway at the Hive Dance Studio at 7:30 on Tuesdays. So you can find me in New York, you can find me in Jersey, you can find me in Philly. Just show up and we could talk, we could develop a rapport. Like I'm friendly. I may have resting bitch face sometimes, but I'm friendly as hell. Like, don't be afraid to talk to me. Like, I'm always open. You could always reach out to me in any dynamic if you need advice or if you just need to like be inspired. Like, if you want a session, meet me at Ripley Greer Studios in the city too. Like, I'm always around, so you can always find me. If you can't, I'm home sleep.
You're the person. We are Jersey Magazine. You're DeSean.
See you guys.